Hello. Welcome to Jadekind Video Gaming. My name is Adam, here with more Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword HD. Presumably for real for the last time. The last episode I thought was the last one, but it turned out there was another boss. And if you care to see me lose a couple of times, there's an unlisted video down in the description of the first 2 times that I tried this fight. And lost. Now, one thing that I did, after losing those 2 times, is I went back up. I upgraded the Guardian Potion. Apparently what it says it does now is that 3 minutes, it actually has no damage. You probably still get stunned and all that, but no damage for that period. And then your you could upgrade each of the other potions so that they do 2 times of healing. So they can be used twice. And so I upgraded all of those. Admittedly, at least one of the combats earlier, I lost because I couldn't drink the potion in time. I had more potion left, but let's try. Let's try. Master Link, I have important information for you. Once you enter this portal, my analysis indicates a 0% chance that you will be able to return unless you are able to vanquish your foe. Oh, I'm familiar with that. Are you ready to proceed? No, but let's go anyways. Understood, Master Link. Know that even in the place that lies beyond this portal, I will be with you. Unlike in any of the sacred realms when you were miserable and I left. And Master Link, good luck. Man, I hope I can do this. I hope I can do this. Some flaming hair. So you've decided to meet your end in battle after all. It pleases me greatly to see such misplaced valor, human. Human, not Hylian. For obvious reasons, I suppose. Take a moment to appreciate your surroundings, for where we stand shall serve as your tomb for eternity. Oh, it's nice. Very lovely. My heart is already starting to race again. The hate for the gods that has boiled in my veins. You will taste all of it in the bite of my blade. The only question left is how long you will manage to remain standing before I take your life. Try to keep it interesting for me, would you? And when you do fall, know that your world and everything in it is mine to dominate, mine to subjugate, mine to rule. When I finish with you, you can take solace in knowing your friends and kin will soon follow as I wipe all who oppose me from the face of this world. It won't be long now, at last, the almighty power I've sought for a millennia. I will take the Triforce for my own. And the world shall be under my foot for eternity. Demise. I know it's getting So I did that without using invulnerability potion. Target lock Demise. This eternal being has conquered time itself. It is the source of all monsters. According to tales passed down through generations, it appears differently in each epoch and to each person who lays eyes on it. Tell me more. It is clear that Skyward strikes cannot be called down to your sword because this place is under the magical influence of Demise. Attacks using Skyward strike energy will not be possible here. Tell me more. I can confirm it is possible for Demise to store the electrical energy of lightning strikes in his sword and use it to his advantage. Master, should your sword come into contact with Demise's sword once it has electrified, you will receive a painful shock. It is essential that your attacks carefully, very carefully. This is all the information I have at the present time. Oh, he still got me. Oh, trying to get around it. So no damage, but lots of stun. Get him on the ground and then I can do a finishing blow. It doesn't actually work, but that's as far as I've gotten. That's as far as I've gotten. And shortly after here, he kills me every time. Any new information? If that's it, I think twice was like a couple hits away from killing him. Did I get it? My heart's racing. I hope that's it. Oh, he's getting up. Please. There might be another phase. Another phase. Oh. Oh, what do I do now? Okay. Oh. Extraordinary. You stand as a paragon of your kind, human. You fight like no man or demon I have ever known, though this is not the end. My hate never perishes. It is born anew in a cycle with no end. I will rise again. Those like you, those who share the blood of the goddess and spirit of the hero, they are eternally bound to this curse. Oh, this is the end, or rather the beginning of Zelda. An incarnation of my hatred shall ever follow your kind, dooming them to wander a blood-soaked sea of darkness for all time. And my controllers are, like, vibrating with this. Oh, good. He's disappearing. Maybe it is the end. Oh, man. Oh. Oh. So that's like the beginning of the curse that is the eternal Link, Zelda, and Ganon always battling each other. I have confirmed the eradication of the Demon King. His residual consciousness has been absorbed into the Master Sword, and is now sealed away. White screen. You have done well, Link. Link. Thank you. I think it's over. Finally, it's all over. Nice going, you two. You guys are totally amazing, this little adventure I like to call the Legend of Groose. That's a little joke. Joke or not, your contributions to our efforts were heroic. You have my thanks. Well, you know, just glad I could make myself useful. I'm happy things turned out okay. Hey, so things look pretty soon up here. What do you say, guys? Ready to head back to our own time? Granny was really worried about you two. We don't want to keep the old girl in suspense too long. And now we find out, because she tells us. What? Oh, feet. Hylia, your grace. Or perhaps you prefer Zelda? It pleases me to know you are safe. Master, I must speak with you. Master Link, you have successfully protected the Goddess Reborn and defeated Demise, fulfilling your role as the hero of legend. My purpose here is complete. Therefore, I ask you to dissolve our arrangement as master and servant. That was never the arrangement! You are the one that insisted in using the term master all the time. I told you Link was fine, we're just friends. You're the one that had the weird servant thing you wanted to be. Drive the sword into the pedestal before you, and I will return to the sword to enter a sleep without end. That's called death. Master, you have achieved the purpose you were chosen to fulfill. Please, set the sword on the pedestal to bring the goddess's mission to an end. Now, Master, it is time to conclude our necessary companionship. But I have this nice sheath made just to fit it. Fine. don't need that much force. Link? Link, hear me. My purpose was to obey the command of the goddess and lead you, the chosen hero of this land, on your quest. When I first awoke and began this task, I perceived it as merely serving my function as a servant of her grace. However, I have come to consider the information corresponding to our time together among the most precious data I have on record. I do not have the capability to fully understand the human spirit, Link. I like that she's finally calling me Link. But now, at the end of my journey with you, as I prepare to sleep within the Master Sword forever, I experience a feeling I am unable to identify. I lack sufficient data to be sure of my conclusion, but I believe this feeling correlates closest to what your people call happiness. Our partnership is at an end, and even as we speak, I feel my consciousness fading away. Before I enter the sleep that calls me to the sword, I wish to relay to you the words that I recorded many times over the course of our journey. Many have said them to you thus far, but I now wish to say them for myself. Thank you, Master Link. May we meet again in another life. What? Impa, why? Come with us. Zelda, your grace, you possess the memories of the goddess. You must understand why that is not possible. I am a being of this age. My place is here. I know that, but... You must return to your own time. I will take care of the gate once you have passed through. I can't do that. You and I have been through so much together. I don't want to leave you alone. Please, Impa, come back with us. Zelda, at the command of the goddess, I passed through the gate of time. I did so to protect you and aid the fight to prevent the world's destruction. The last remnants of Demise are decaying slowly within the sword. Someone must stay behind to watch over this blade. His spirit must not reawaken. He must never be allowed to threaten the world again. This is the nature of the task given to my tribe. As a member of the Sheikah, the goddess's chosen guardians, I gladly welcome this duty. Zelda, I shall watch over the Triforce. Its power is too great to leave in the grasp of man. Dependence on its might is an invitation to disaster. When it has served its purpose, it must be secreted away to lie dormant once again, the knowledge of its existence hidden from mortal history. These are the words the goddess spoke to me long ago. I remember them well. As do you, I'm sure. Do not despair, Zelda. You and I will surely meet again someday. Granny. Oh, what's that bracelet? Again, both forms of the old one. See? I told you we'd meet again. Both this appearance and the more youthful appearance are different ways Impa has looked in various games, so... yeah, no. Knew it. Didn't see that coming. Impa, thank you. Thank you for everything. I love the music. It's just playing on nostalgia, but it's still good. Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword HD. That bird symbol, I think, is in like a lot of the crests, and it kind of, I guess, makes sense. If this is... because this game... assuming this is at the end. This game... was good in story. Like, I love that it's the things that it set up. Oh, do we get something else coming, or is it just credits? Okay. The story is great. Like, taking it back to, like, the idea of let's set up a beginning was awesome. I'm sorry, I'm watching this little cutscene here and wondering... oh, this is when she first fell, I'm sure. Is she gonna meet herself or something? This story is telling a bit of Zelda's story as she went on the quest herself. Which is nice. Not as nice as if they showed the cutscene of Link and Zelda getting to go on a date. The whole reason Link did any of that adventuring. Oh well. Anyways, so I liked that. I liked... It's the origin of the Master Sword. It's seeing who Ganon once was, where the curse began that causes them to always appear at the same time as history keeps repeating itself. All of that is enjoyable. You know, because you're like building the power of the sword and such. But the gameplay, not so much. The motion controls at times were a bit tough, but they weren't bad. They weren't, you know, they're motion controls. And this version of the game, I could turn them off and play without it, but I chose to play with them because they improved them so it's doable. And it was fun to play with it with the way that the game was originally... It was what the game was designed for. It was originally designed for motion controls. Like, back in the Wii days when it came out, you had to buy a little extra add-on for your Wiimote in order to play the game. I bought the game, and I bought the add-on, and I never put that game in my console. I just never got around to it. And so, eventually, it was an old game, and then they announced the HD version. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna finally play that game. It's a Zelda game that I knew nothing about. I went into it blind. I used almost no support from a guide. Like, I think I had to look up a little hint on getting a rattle out of a bird nest or something. But very little help was needed. And like previous Zelda games, I constantly used guides. Like, I didn't even try without them, like, as I was growing up. So it was fun to go through the game, figuring it out with just the information in the game. The controls were a bit rough. Some of the combats, particularly like the first two combats with Girahim, did not give me enough feedback as to what I was supposed to be doing. There were huge issues of, like, I'm doing this battle and I'm not getting feedback. Sometimes things work, sometimes they don't, and I couldn't tell why. And that was very, very frustrating whenever I just keep trying the same thing over and over, because sometimes it works and a lot of times it doesn't, and there's no discernible reason why it's different. That was not fun. The Sacred Realm, the stealth missions, I did not enjoy. That's more of just an anxiety thing with the way that those worked, so was not a fan of those. I did not like many of the repetition. The fact that, like, that first dungeon we had to do a second time, I'm like, why? We've done that. I want new environment, new thing. Show me something new. Don't just keep drawing me back here. I didn't mind so much reusing the 3 landscapes, because as they reused them, you went back to it, but you took a path you couldn't take the last time, and you didn't explore a huge amount of the same area again. Sometimes you did, and it was a little like, well, I've been here. But most of the time it was you're taking a different route. A new area is opening up, and that was cool. I really didn't like the I forget what it's called even now, but the imprisoned. I get it now. He kept breaking out because that was going to be the final boss in a very different form, but it was just boring. It was not a particularly fun battle as it is, and then having to do it 2 more times didn't make it more fun. The swordplay, because of the motion controls, was not as fun as, say, Wind Waker, which I played previously and had really fun, like, swordplay. This did not. it was serviceable. It was an interesting concept because of the motion controls, but it's just serviceable. But because of the place this game holds in the Zelda history, I'm glad that I played it. And I'm glad I was able to get to it basically without having to use guides and such, and just to figure it out by the clues that are in the game. That was fun. Oh, good. Oh, yeah, because we got her home to Dad. Oh, and I'm sure her Loftwing has been really worried for her. Oh, I'm sure they've been worried about Bruce, who's now going to have, like, I'm sure, a totally different personality. Is this our date? We get a date? They're down on the land. Because, of course, this statue is down on the land. They're no longer staying up in the sky. They now go down to the surface. They're no longer people forced to live in the sky. Awesome. Look around us. As a child, I always dreamed of a world below. I wanted to see the surface with my own eyes and feel the land's warm breeze on my skin. I think I want to live here. I always want to feel solid ground beneath my feet, see the clouds above my head, and watch over the Triforce. What about you, Link? What will you do now? Come on, don't be ambiguous, like, have them kiss. Come on, there are so few Zelda games where she is the romantic interest. There's always some other girl and she's the unobtainable one off in the distance. I loved that she was the romantic interest. Come on. Well, I can imagine they got together. The end. Well, oh, it's changing color. Can I drop us out to the menu, or? You can play again in hero mode using the save data. Do you want to continue? Your progress up to this point will be deleted. Are you sure you want to play hero mode? Well, I don't intend on ever doing that, because, as I said, one of my complaints was the repetition that the game had. Why would I want to play through the game again? But hey, there is hero mode, I guess, so, yeah, if I wanted to. I don't. As I said, I'm glad I played it. It was fun. Like, comment, subscribe. Thank you for watching. Shush.